Coming up on the Fox 13 Quickcast, a Utahn is recovering after surviving a bison attack on Antelope Island. Tonight, she shares with us her account of what happened. And a Utah Highway Patrol trooper is recovering after being hit on I-15 this afternoon. The warning authorities have for drivers tonight. And a rape survivor is still waiting for answers after her rape kit has not been tested for hundreds of days. Now she and others are demanding change.
This is a Fox 13 Quickcast.
A woman attacked by a bison at Antelope Island Friday night is sharing her story exclusively with Fox 13 News. 22-year-old Kaylee Davis says she was simply trying to get out of the way of some mountain bikers when a bison came running. She tried to get as much distance as possible, but it was too late. That bison attacked.
While I was up in the air, I was like, am I gonna hit my head or my back? I don't know. I was scared.
Davis says she knows it could have been worse, but she was gorged in her thigh and has a compound fracture in her ankle. A Utah Highway Patrol sergeant is recovering after a driver hit his vehicle on the side of I-15 in Box Elder County. UHP says this happened at around 2 o'clock near milepost 398 while the trooper was investigating a crash. The trooper was taken to the hospital but has been released. The UHP wants to remind drivers when you see emergency lights, you need to slow down to keep first responders safe. Police in St. George are looking for someone who robbed a local store posing as a police officer. St. George police say the suspect pulled out a gun and threatened employees inside before taking off in a gray car. Police described the suspect as an African-American man wearing a fake beard. He also has a skin condition on his chin and lower face that causes his skin to be lighter in those areas. Call police if you know where this man is.
Cold front continues to move through northern Utah. Showers certain for the north through portions of central Utah, southwestern Utah, just a slight chance. The rest of the state will be looking at partly cloudy conditions. Overnight temperatures, though, a lot colder than what we saw last night. 30s and 40s along the Wasatch Front, with highs only reaching the 50s tomorrow from Ogden through Provo. Can see snow levels dropping down to about 6,000 feet. Looks like clear conditions across the south, as we'll keep it clear for the next 7 days. 70s to 80s. And for northern Utah, cooler for sure as we start that first week of October. 50s with that chance of rain mainly in the morning. And then it looks like sunny skies. We return back in the 60s as we head into Wednesday. Kirsten?
Thanks, Breck. Sexual assault survivors across the valley took part in the Walk of No Shame today, marching from the Salt Lake City County building to the Capitol, asking lawmakers to listen to their concerns. One woman says she's now been waiting 441 days for someone to test her rape kit. She had just come back from a party when she spent the night in South Salt Lake in her friend's guest room. At the time, she thought she was safe.
Next thing I knew, I just woke up to intense pain and I was on my stomach. Turned around and he was right there, just in between me.
It's a horrible thing to have to stomach, and it's just a very helpless feeling.
Now Mariah and her mother are calling for increased funding to make sure those rape kits are finally tested so that survivors like her can get justice. Former Vice President Joe Biden made a quick stop on the campaign trail in Park City this morning. Our media partners at the Salt Lake Tribune report he spoke in front of about 200 people at an invitation-only fundraiser. He made no mention of the impeachment inquiry launched by House Democrats earlier this week. And finally, people could buy teddy bears for a good cause today. This is the bear adoption inside the Old Charming Charlie store at the Gateway, featuring more than 2,000 stuffed animals. All the proceeds goes straight to the Utah foster care system. Thanks for joining us. That's the Fox 13 Quickcast, and don't go anywhere because Modern Family starts right after this.